Hi everybody. Alright, so we're nearing the finale very quickly. In this video we've got one thing that we're working on for the bottom of the cowl. We are going to be attaching what is called the bottom cowl closeout. It's a piece of metal that slips around the front gear leg fairing and attaches to the bottom cowl with a whole bunch of different screws, I think 12 screws. And then that attaches via a bracket to the bottom of the fuselage. In fact, here's a quick picture from the plans to show what I'm talking about. So it's a little bit of a pain because you attach it to the bottom of the cowl. You have to slide it over. You have to slide it over the gear leg, attach it to the bottom of the fuselage. Then you have to put the cowl on, clamp that bracket to the cowl because the holes to the cowling aren't drilled, right, for where the screws are going through. And then get under there, you have to outline where that bracket goes across. In fact, there you can see the piece of metal, and if you look on it, you'll see a whole bunch of squiggly looking lines. That's me from a very bad angle trying to get a Sharpie around it. And then once you've got the outline of it done, you can take it off and then reclamp it in the exact same position, which is what we've done here. Then it is a matter of just match drilling the cowl, and then we will be riveting the nut plates onto the closeout piece, and then we can install that. And that is basically the end of, many chapters. The cowling, the gear legs, or the gear fairings. It's a lot. Besides that, we're also going to do a couple things. We've got, I'm mixing up a nice batch of floxed epoxy. There's a couple things we need to take care of. One is seal in that thermal material. So we got the thermal tape down on the sides. It's not all that I'm putting in, but it's just the first application. It basically protects the cowl from the heat of the exhaust coming out of the cylinders. I also need to put some along the edges where the actual exhaust exits the bottom of the cowl. I just haven't done that yet. The nice part is that we can put that in and then epoxy that in. The idea behind the epoxy is just to sort of seal the sides in so that if any oil tries to get in, because if any oil gets in there, it could deteriorate the adhesion of the thermal material, and you don't want that. So this basically just is protecting it. Also, I'm going around the edges of where the cutouts for the exhausts actually are, because we cut through like some honeycomb material, and you're like, well, I don't want oil to get in that either. So we're just sort of sealing up those edges. All right, so update. Still getting closer to the final flight, first flight, I should say. Updates to come on that. So now that we're done waiting for that to dry, now we're putting the carpet in, which is a momentous thing. We have nothing else to work on, so now it's just making it look good. Unfortunately, what I didn't realize is that to put the carpet on around the control stick, you have to take the boots off. Because we'd put the stick boots on, and now we had to take them off again. Which is ridiculous. But the carpet's on, it looks great. And any of the carpet that you do put in all has Velcro on the bottom, so it's just a matter of taking the strips off in the specific order and laying them down. Here's a picture of the cockpit with all the carpet in. Now you will notice that there's no carpet going up. Now there is actually carpet. I went with Classic Aero, and they actually offer carpet that goes like around the fuel valve selector, and then it goes down the sides of the center tunnel. I opted not to put those in. I might put them in later. I still have it, but I'm not doing it at the moment. I kind of like the way it looks as is, so we're just going to keep it like that. All right, in the next video, we've got one or two more small things to finish up, and that will be the end of construction. So thank you for joining me, everyone. See you soon.